Hello everybody, it's Arcaris, back at it again, because I forgot to put the freaking volume up for the game, but welcome to my Stanley Parable gameplay. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and I thought it would be great to play for the first video on my channel. So, let's get started.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so the volume is working.
No matter
Dodged a
how hard
bullet.
Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Who farted? Okay. I know I have new content unlocked, but I'm gonna follow the narrator this time. See, like I have new content, but I'm gonna follow the narrator for the first gameplay.
When Stanley came to
Okay.
a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, we're gonna go over here. The one ending I really want to try to get, but I don't know how, is this ending. But yeah.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. It sucks. That would be such a fun idea to do, actually. Okay. Weekly targets, marketing Mondays, 451's private time, group 40X, group 45X. This box is too small. Termination Tuesdays, office efficient. Okay, then we have legal for. Oh, this is going to be where Stanley is. 417 is on Tuesday. Okay. IT department, we're broke Wednesday. Financial panic meeting. Boss inspection. 8bird. Mergers, ideas and development. Pre-review of weekly review. Weekly review. Pranking floors meeting. What to do about 432. Don't tell 432 about meeting. Office party. Nice. Oh, that's probably where everyone is. Stanley just missed the memo for the office party. Duh. Employee 417. Jim. Ah, yes, my favorite employee, Jim. Please keep the targets on the topic of blank. Okay. Tips on not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside of you. Take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, it's not changing. Actually, wait. Oh, okay, there's the projector. I thought it was just showing up on the screen. Oh. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Synergize core value and expense. I can't speak, guys. I can't. Broom closet. Oh. Yes!
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so
My
he turned
favorite.
around and got back on track.
This is my favorite ending. I love this ending so much. This is some
There
nice.
was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
This is a nice broom. 10 out of 10 broom. Would discover again. Would discover this
It was
broom.
baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Wait. Hehe.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yeah.
Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Never let them know your next move. Wait, let's go. Wait, I have an idea. Will this door close behind me?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Dang it. Oh, okay. Okay. This is a nice office. Bathroom. Oh, the doors open outward. Okay. Noted. This is a really dirty mirror. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. That sounds like something Spamton would say. The beige pages. I'm trying to read. Can we open this? There's something back there. I don't know how to open it. We're gonna... I'm trying to... Dang. Okay. Plant. Okay. Let's continue.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
I wonder what happens if you just keep inputting the wrong code. So wait, 28455.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Okay, so there's no unique dialogue for it. Okay. I thought it was going to be unique.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, there's a hallway up there. I wanna figure out how to get up there. That would be fun. The void. A little hidey hole in the corner. I love it. Okay. Let's button press. Okay.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Oh, well, not. What if I went out and then back in? Out? Okay. You know what? I'm willing to take this
Here we
little
are,
adventure.
Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow.
Thank you. I work hard.
Bolted to the edge of my seat.
Thank you. I try so hard to make this story a better story. You know, it's just the author in me, you know? It's just, I have to make everything better. And so, with that...
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I don't know. I'm just that unique, you know? Just out of the box thinking that you can never comprehend.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
I know, I'm such a great author. The suspense, I'm great at. Guys, I wonder what it'd be. Let's guess. Let's guess. It's the boss's office.
Oh my god. The boss's office.
The little tone that they play.
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
Please hold. I love the little bird. It just go clunk. I love it. I love this game so much. The sheer sarcasm. It's
Okay,
great.
I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
Oh my god, this is beautiful. I haven't gotten this ending before, so... Or if it is an ending, I don't know. Maybe it's just a little gimmick like the broom closet. Wait, no, never mind. The broom closet is an ending. I'm sorry, guys. My mistake.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Master Stanley. Hey, yo. This was a PG Kids adventure.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
I know. I am such a genius. 10 out of 10 ingeniousness. Oh, he stopped responding.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment.
Oh, okay.
Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley.
Yeah.
You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill.
Exactly.
I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious.
Exactly.
So fleeting.
You get
Why
it.
don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Exactly. It's beautiful.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible.
Exactly.
They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension?
Exactly.
Where's the trust in
You
the
have
audience
to let it
to build a
build up.
slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the
Exactly.
characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises?
Exactly.
To have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley.
It
what
is.
you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you.
Exactly.
You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see,
Exactly.
I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to.
Exactly, so
We're
you
being
get that.
fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and
Exactly.
alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition.
Yeah.
You're a role model,
Screw
you know.
tradition.
People look
Yeah.
up to you. Which is why, oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life.
Really?
Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it
Yeah.
would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They
True.
really look up to you, Stanley.
You have
I
a
don't know
point.
if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Oh my gosh! Oh wow!
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
I'm half tempted to go back. The world's healthiest human being, all tricks revealed. How we did it at the pyramids. The guy who went to Mars. Stanley live on stage. Yeah. Oh, okay. Is that my birthday? Oh, okay. Well, if I don't have an audience, I'm gonna be so disappointed. If this is all just a joke to say how pointless this is, you better at least give me an audience.
Yes, here it is, just through this door.
Yes.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Oh. Go get them.
I love this though. Break a leg, champ, your boss. Go get him, Tiger. Stanley, me, Dad. Oh. Oh wait, no, Stanley doesn't have a son. This is ridiculous. Okay. Oh, coffee cup. Okay. Let's go give this performance, shall we? The dude who came up with pizza, nice. Yeah! Look at us. That's us. Oh. Okay. Stanley's not doing so hot. He's doing a... Oh. Oh. So anyways, oh.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility?
Yeah, exactly.
He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever.
Exactly.
I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell.
Exactly.
But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come.
Exactly.
Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Do we... Oh. Yeah, we're back at square one. Okay. So now I'm going to try out the new content.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, input. There we go. Okay. New content. Okay, let's go.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Like, heck if I know. This reminds me so much of Portal. I haven't finished playing Portal just yet, but like, I know that there's a scene to where Shell like gets on one of these platforms and almost gets like murdered. So, you know.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Whoa, beautiful.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Yes, very delightful. Very.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
This does
well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
There's a path that way. What can I go on this path? Like, what if I hop out, right, and then go back in? Oh, well, okay. Guess we're seeing the new content. Let's go.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Exactly. Oh. Do I have to press?
Is it broken?
Oh.
What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Or,
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Yep.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've
New
never
content.
been more ready. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go! New content! Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited for this new content. As an enjoyer.
Say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Mostly tedious. It's as if them... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
The content. Oh my god.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh my gosh. He can jump. Oh, it won't let me jump. Oh. I guess I'll get it to 30 cuz 33 is uneven. Okay. Cuz I want to save this. I think
Is that it?
yeah, I think it is.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Well, let's look over here. Maybe there's more content. They can't just be jumping in the circle. Oh, there's another elevator. Okay.
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
I mean,
If this
like-
is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more.
Oh.
Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Honestly, though, the narrator is reading off the dictionary. I would pay money for that. He has a nice voice. I like it. Oh,
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't
It's
get me
all-
started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm
almost like this is
infuriated
so
and I'm
literal.
offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
yeah, go
It's my
narrator.
fault, Stanley.
Cancel them on
I built
Twitter.
up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks.
Yeah.
Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Let's go. Let's do this. Okay. So, that's actually really relevant to how... Oh. Give me 5 seconds. I'm going to do my dialogue, my speech. It's actually really relevant to how video games are working nowadays, especially with indie games, such as, like, FNAF Security Breach and I'm trying to think of a good... Like, Garten of Banban. Like, these are all games to where they've had such hype, but it's obvious that there was such little effort put into it, and therefore losing the respect of the fan base, or not respecting them at all in the first place. Like, I remember watching an analysis video on it, but the Bendy creators had a similar issue to where, for the first game, they just did not respect the fan base, and just thought, oh, yeah, if we put this in, they're not going to care. They're just the fan base. As long as they get content and we get paid, it doesn't matter, right? But it ended up mattering because Chapter 5 ended up being terrible. To most people, it was considered to be very bad. So, I felt like that was really relevant. Anyway, let's continue. Oh.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Give me 5 seconds. Sorry, I got... Okay. Yeah. That just leads me back. Okay. How do I How do I crouch? Oh. Oh, it's control. Okay. Coffee nut. Hee. That's a hole. Whee! Yippee! Okay, let's see. Let's see what this new content has in store for me. Let's see if it will load. Every time that the game loads, my PC just has a stroke. So,
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well,
Yeah.
it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I
Okay.
made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
this is so cool. Oh, look how pretty.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
I love the vibe of this place.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
I know this is supposed to be a joke about how the narrator kind of like I'm trying to think of the right wording for it, but like it's supposed to be a reference to how the narrator can't like, oh, be my Valentine. Valentine's Day is coming up. But I remember seeing an analysis on it. I don't know. I'm not good at the first dollar. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's the demo. I never played the demo. Don't go outside. Don't play. Don't play for 5 years. Unachievable. It's impossible to get this achievement. Ooh. Oh, I remember that. That was a little concerning.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how
Yes, it was
grand
on
and
fire.
all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was
Exactly.
literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them.
Persona
And now,
3.
it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
What's on here? Memories on maintenance. Can I come back there? Because it seems to be a choice. Person. Oh, that's me! Oh. Oh, models. The button. Can I... I'm trying to press it. It won't press. I thought that was a flag. Okay, here we go.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley, but I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Quick, here.
What's this? What's down here?
Steam
Oh
reviews.
no. Oh God,
Oh,
no.
God.
Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
I thought Stanley was too short for some reason.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious
and
and
unfunny.
unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Yeah, I like how he can't handle criticism. It fits him so well. It's raining.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
You're
You
not.
can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
You're letting the criticism get to you, and that's something you just can't do as a creator. You just can't, right? Because if you do, then it gets you down, and you're just not gonna continue to get better. And the thing is, oh my gosh, this is so good. I love this narrator's character so much. He's
What's
my
this
favorite.
one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
But
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue.
I'm
and
not
it goes
going
something
to
like
do
this.
anything. I want to see what
The
happens.
story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. But the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes. Blah, blah, blah,
Oh my
blah,
god, so
blah,
this
blah,
literally
blah,
just
blah.
loops
We've eaten
itself.
too
I
much, it
find that
can't be
so
just
funny.
yet. No, until 240.
Hi, I don't want to do that
You're back,
again.
You see, you were
That
only
was-
frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto.
Communist
Look,
Manifesto?
I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. and your timeless thought.
This is gonna be
or
half of
rather,
it
do
of the
all
runtime of the
choices
video.
You've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite. You see, it could in fact be both of these things. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the
hurts.
power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
Oh my god, doesn't he come up in the narrator? Oh. Oh. I didn't even click. He stopped speaking. Nary, you there? I'm calling him Nary. The fandom has gotten to me. Okay, this hurts.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer.
The door is gone.
Well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
30 minutes?
Not
Okay.
unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any
want
rate,
out.
I do suggest that we not press the button again.
I agree.
I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
Exactly.
Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Yeah.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How
Can't
else
you,
would
like-
we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a
Aren't
door
you
of
like
some
the-
sort, or
you
a
can
window
break
or
the-
something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another.
I'm trying to break
I'm
through.
going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise.
Yes, please.
You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please.
I will not.
Please, do
I will not
press
even
the
look
skip
at
button.
the
Just
skip button.
Wait here. Wait here for me.
I'll be in the
and
corner.
don't press the skip button. Got it?
Yes.
Yes. Good.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So while he's gone, I'm not gonna press the skip button because this is so sad. This is like one of my. I don't like this ending because of how sad it is, and like, it does show a lot about the narrator's character, and like, it also says a lot about reviews and games and stuff like that, and how there are times to where like there are to where people need to improve on how they make games and sequels and not just like use the viewers of said game. But then there's also oops, I hit my mic. But then there's also a huge thing about how reviews work and how you shouldn't let criticism get to you. Sure, there's such thing as constructive criticism, but there's also times to where criticism is just being rude, you know? And how you must learn how to handle that and balance it well and not take it at full force. So, you know. Anyway, I feel like the game's screaming at me to like press the button. I don't want to do it. It's the equivalent of don't press the button. I'm starting to think that this is the only way out of the ending. Okay, this is sad.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Oh!
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback.
Exactly.
Why was it so important for me to fix the problem?
Exactly.
Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are.
Exactly.
What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child.
I felt that,
and
dude.
impulsive. I can't help
felt
myself.
that.
I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to
At
change and to
least
break
he realized
anything
why he was
unbroken.
wrong.
If
I want to
only
press the
it
button
pleases
again.
this one person who made a single negative comment.
Exactly.
What does such an impulse serve?
Sorry.
Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Oh.
You're back. Oh, my
it's
goodness.
spooky.
I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
The plant's dead.
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps. Yes. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had
not a great
so
friend.
much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it
Well,
for
I kind
you.
of just
To
did.
begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it.
I have something to say. Okay, he's gone. This really goes to show how dependent they are on each other. Stanley cannot exist without the narrator cannot exist without Stanley. If Stanley isn't there to play through his story, then the narrator has no purpose. And if Stanley has no narrator to tell him what to do, he has no purpose. He's just there, right? And I think that's just super cool. Oh, the fire detector's going off. Gosh, this ending's so sad.
But they
because
didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now...
Just complaining. Sorry. I felt like I wasn't supposed to walk in on that. You know, it's kind of like ranting to yourself after you get upset about something.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
This is sad. This is like Zending level sad. Like, oh my god. Okay, let's go again. And the idea that Stanley is stuck in like suspension for this years too, and the narrator just has to stand there and watch as everything kind of just dissolves around him. And then at one point he kind of just stops. He's done. He's a shell of what he's supposed to be, I guess. This is why I love this game. Growth comes out of this direction. But yeah, this is why I love this game so much. It's just like, there's so many things that go into it, and I think that's just so beautiful. And I love it. I love it so much. Okay. Because I know at one point there's supposed to be... Oh, there's strange noises coming from the void. Okay, I think I would like to skip that, please. Okay. Oh. Oh, the room's tilted. Oh. Oh, that's bright. Oh. Narrator? Nary? Okay. This is interesting, to say the least. I'm assuming I have to walk. I'm assuming this is open world, because I can just keep walking in one direction. How far was... Oh. 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 I'm so sorry, Neri. I will never do that again. Never.
All of his co-workers had gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I would love to do a parody of this game. Oh my god, I love it. I need this neon sign in my room. I will.
Good. You noticed my sign.
Yay.
Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
I am very excited. Don't leave me again. I will be as excited as you want me to be. That was sad. This is less sad. Let's go. Anyway. How long is this? Oh, 50 minutes. Okay. So, this might end after this little thing that the narrator is going to show us.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So
Yes.
Forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce
Why
for
the
the first
Minecraft
time
music in
ever,
the background, bro?
the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
This is so cool. I love this so much. Yes. Oh.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams
More TSP, better TSP, win-win. Sequential mindshare.
Franchising potential.
Paradigm shift, synergy, brick-and-mortar approach, envelop, client-centric marketing, color red, leverage, holistic value. Ooh. Oh my god, it's a PowerPoint! Oh my... I love it. Oh my god. This game is great.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Yeah. Oh my god. New features. Just like, taking photos on this red carpet, as I should. Because, you know, I'm Stanley. Anyways, let's... Oh, so cool.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
That's... Oh my god, I'm so... Merch? I saw the new content. I would pay money for this merch. I'm going to make some merch. I should make my own merch. Let's do this. The button that says the name of the player that's playing the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Okay, let's get warmed up. We got this, we got this.
Love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind,
Inhaling.
forget whoever you are, and simply become a
forgetting.
person named Jim.
Okay.
I want you to imagine
I am
yourself
now-
living as Jim. Sleeping and waking as Jim.
I am Jim.
Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim. Seizing all of the world's
My parents are gonna walk
possibilities as
into the
Jim,
room and be
and
like,
as Jim, watching
"Who's
your
Jim?"
dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply?
Yes.
Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I am such
If
Jim.
so, then please step forward and press the button.
My parents are gonna walk in and be like, "Who the heck is Jim?" Because I'm just standing in my office, just shaking my arms and going, "Jim, Jim, Jim." Okay, let's go.
Jim.
Yes, you see.
Such a rush.
What a thrill! What a rush!
10 out of
That
10.
was you. The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Yes, yes.
Jim.
Yes.
It hits even harder the second
Beautiful.
time. If
10 out of
this were
10.
the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
For real.
Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
I'm starved for validation.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away.
No.
Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you
No.
actually are.
No.
Jim.
I wanted Jim. Give me back Jim. As Jim, I am disappointed. I'm so disappointed. I want my Jim button back. Okay.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Okay, I'm trying to think of where I wanna... Let's go over here next. Oh my gosh, it's my favorite new feature. The bucket, office decorations, infinite. Oh, the infinite. Oh, I love that. Let's get the bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket,
I
a sense
don't
of
see the
calm
bucket.
ease will
Oh,
fill your mind with your heart.
I thought they genuinely forgot to put the
As
bucket
long as
in.
you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive
Oh my
dissonance.
god, I know what
while the
ending I
bucket
want to
is
do
in
with the
your
bucket now
arms.
that I have
To be
it.
honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Swears.
The bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Editor me, cut out me yawning, please. Thanks.
Can you feel it?
Such
The
comfort.
glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Oh, really?
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Well, I'm glad.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
Yes, they do.
All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay, I think this is enough action
Does
for
anyone
it
give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Okay, so I don't know if how to get out because I am over an hour recording and I might want to stop here. You know what? I'll just go in here.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You
Get
know,
Well Someday.
sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Yay!
Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Okay, I'll take it. I think that's valid.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
I guess this is where I'm gonna have to end the gameplay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back and we will explore more of this incredible deluxe content. Thank you. Bye.